Übung macht den Meister, so what good is all this knowledge if you cannot practice it? I will not practice particular details, but I would like you to have a little start when it comes to differentiating between which prepositions talk about time and place and which ones are just random, meaning verbs with prepositions, yeah, like thinking of. So let me go back quickly. So Kriti, the blue should be nominative. Why? It's not a mistake here. So I haven't made any mistake. The blue is not nominative. Yeah. So just a little insight, so Kriti, but again, you learn that as you go. Sehen is the verb, and the verb, if there's no preposition, the verb tells you which case to use. And what do you see? Was siehst du, or wen siehst du in German? The things you see, touch, kill, hate, love, buy, sell, kick, wash, and whatever you can think of. The thing that receives the thing you do is always an accusative. Yeah? The thing you accuse, and therefore meine Mutter is accusative. The infinitive with zu doesn't have a subject, therefore no nominative. That was a little side note. So, ich freue mich auf das Wochenende. I'm looking forward to the weekend. So, in the following exercise, I would like you to think, is that something that's related to place or time? Or is it a verb with prepositions? So there's a little trick that you can use. So if the verb freue, sich freuen, or the underlined part describe a place or position or time or time frame, then if that's so, you have a normal preposition and you apply the rules. Yeah, it's dative or accusative, or it's wo, wohin. If there is no time or place involved, you have a verb with preposition, which I have shortened to VP. So you have NP normal preposition and VP verb with preposition. Make sense? Let's do one example, maybe. Bereit? Yeah, what could bereit mean in this context? If you don't know it, you write it down and look it up. You will never forget it. Here we go. So, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Ask yourself, is it about a time or is it about a place? If yes, it's a normal preposition. If not, it's a verb with prepositions. Well, this one is actually a bad example, but let's ignore that. It could be both. Well, we talk about the weekend. So this one is very tricky. We talk about the weekend, and therefore it is a normal preposition. You talk about time, and time usually is with accusative. Now the problem I have here is sich freuen is actually married to auf. It's also married to another preposition, which I just ignore. So it could be both. If you have answered VP, that's also correct. It's possibly even more correct. Yeah, bad example, bad Michael. By the way, whether to use accusative or dative in such situations, I really nicely explain in the other masterclass that you find in my course. Must be around level chapter 18. But this one is easier. This one is a good example. He's waiting at the train station. Wartet am Bahnhof. So is it time or place or none? You can write NP or VP, not preposition or verb with preposition. That's also a tricky one if you're a bit advanced, but I might actually have the second one coming. NP, time, place. So he's waiting at the train station. What does it have to do with time? Where is their time information? There's no word like day or minute or hour or weekend or anything that is a time period, like a holiday is a time period. A train station has nothing to do with time. You spend a lot of time at the train station, but that's way too abstract thinking. So it's a location. Where are you? At this train station. So that's definitely a normal preposition. I have 9 of those, so number 3. Take a look at this one. That's what I said. That's why warten might have been a trap for you, but it wasn't. Thank you, Carol. So er wartet auf seine Freunde. Auf seine Freunde. He's waiting for his friends. For his friends. Is that, can you ask where or when? Yeah, when is he waiting? For his friends. Where is he waiting? For his friends. Doesn't make sense, right? So it must be a verb with preposition. So warten is married to auf. So what's the difference between the second and the third example? No? In the second one, you really talk about the place. Where is he waiting? You don't have to use auf with warten. You only have to use auf if you want to connect warten with another object. Yeah? You cannot say er wartet auf den Bahnhof, he's waiting for the train station, unless the Bahnhof is being built and he's just watching it until it's finished, but it wouldn't make much sense. Yeah? Doable is a lot. Okay, let's speed this up. This one is a tricky one. But let's see, what would your intuition say? It's fine. You're going on holiday. Holiday, yeah? It's tricky. Holiday in itself is a time period. But if you go on holiday, my first association is that's actually a place. And yet it might be something completely different, which I will talk to you once the third example shows there. Most people say verb is preposition. I actually, when I did this, I didn't think too deeply. I agree with VP as well. I would have said in den Urlaub fahren is somehow, my imagination is I'd go to holiday. I imagine this. I see, okay, I'm going to a place where I can relax. That might be the beach, might be the mountains, might be not my parents. Yeah. So, and that's why I chose NP. Yet, those that have written VP, I see your point. To go on holiday is a fixed expression. It's something that you simply say like this. Yeah, it has nothing to do with fahren. Fahren doesn't really have a partner. It's not married, it's single, it's still available. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can still apply. So it is a fixed expression. But the logic, I like the logic of visualizing it and going in that direction, going somewhere to a place. And therefore, I have decided for NP, but bonus points to the VPs. Here's another one that is a bit clearer. She's remembering the holidays. So if you remember, do you remember where? Like, does where or when play a role in memorizing and in remembering? Is there a physical place where your memory is happening? It's discussable, but let's say, yeah. Do you need to be at the place that you remember in order to remember? So VP, you can hear from my voice, right? I definitely. So this is because erinnern, sich erinnern, is married to an. Ich erinnere mich an etwas. I'm remembering in German on something. In English, it's just I remember something. At times you will find erinnern without a preposition in German, but that's such a rare case. It's doable somehow, but I never use that. Yeah, ich erinnere den Urlaub. There's possibly also more strong influence from English. Last one on this page, and then 3 more quickly. This one actually is a little tricky. It's a trap. Yeah, and we've already talked about what this might be. Any idea? You get your money's worth. So du kommst auf deine Kosten. You see the translation makes not really much sense. To come on top of your costs. It doesn't make any sense. So these things are very tricky. So if it doesn't make any sense, it's certainly not where and when. Yeah, it has nothing to do with actually coming somewhere physically. So it cannot be NP. It's impossible. There is no location involved here. Yeah, Chino and Milan. And again, if you are beginners, don't worry about it. It takes time. I just want to show you that it's possible to get a grip on this. This is the same. Oh, it doesn't show. So it should actually show FE, fixed expression, like it was in Wir fahren in den Urlaub. Auf seine Kosten kommen, to get your money's worth. To get your money's worth makes more sense than du kommst auf deine Kosten, but it's something that you have to learn by heart. You cannot put this together logically. It has nothing to do with cost and has nothing to do with common. Yeah. Yeah, I will talk about this in a minute. Good. So the shortcut is missing. Last three. Let's give this a shot. This one should be easy for you. Möchten Sie auf eine Insel? Would you like to go to an island? Quickly. What is this? VP or NP? That's a good explanation, Lindsay. Yeah, it's good to remind them, everyone, about this. So that's NP, you say. Absolutely. Island is a place, and you desire to go to a place. And you see, in German, you don't have go here. Möchten Sie auf eine Insel gehen oder fahren? You don't have to say that. Because it's implied, it's obvious, because somehow you have to get there, and it's obvious you can only go, drive, swim, or fly there, possibly dive there. Second to last, interessiert sich für die Insel. He's interested in the island. Yeah? Mark Zuckerberg is looking for another island. His old one is too small. So if someone is interested in something, does it have to do, is this about where is he interested in, or when is he interested in? No. So it cannot be a normal preposition. It's one of those verbs that require a preposition. Sich interessieren, to be interested in, is married to the preposition für. Yeah? Very good. You're getting it. Last one. Simple one to the end. Ich fliege in die USA. Not possible at the moment. I'm flying to the US. So you're flying. That alone, the verb alone, should tell you, okay, this, it might be fooling you, but in combination with to the USA, into the USA, it's crystal clear that's the normal preposition. Das war's. That was it. A quick run through, and you see it's not as intuitive all the time, but if you do such exercises here and there, if you have a preposition that kind of confuses you, write that down somewhere, collect 10, 15, 20 of those, go through and apply this logic and see. And the ones that really make no sense, you please share with me. I'm always interested in that. Yeah, it is really helpful, and you will develop an intuitive feeling about when to use what. And I've touched at least 3 major topics today, or 5, God knows: accusative, dative, and two-way prepositions, and verbs with prepositions, which are a vast topic on their own, but a simple one. Then those take time. Yeah, this was really rough, just a rough overview. You don't have to understand everything right away. Take it bit by bit. It's really, really important that you take it easy. So if you want to see, this is really just an insight in how I teach grammar. Grammar is a tiny part of what I do. Yeah, it's beautiful. People love grammar. Yeah, and even those that hate grammar love grammar. Trust me, because they have something they can hate. And but grammar on its own is just entertainment, and entertainment is beautiful. But you want to learn German. You want to be able to intuitively speak and understand. First understand, then at one point later you speak. And that requires a special technique, special approach and knowledge, which I share with you already in the first lesson. So the first lesson is a gift to you. You can go through it and then go wherever you want to go. I don't mind. It's up to you. And yeah, that will help you significantly.